Arroyo should belong to Kaga, and he should have been given the title of Chosen One. But both these prizes were denied him by cruel fate, however, despite all his best efforts. In the years since the fall of the Enclave and the rise of the false Chosen One, Kaga has built a tribe of his own, still burning with ambition. There are rivals to face in the wilds of Nevada, but when those rivals have fallen and TV Town with them, perhaps Kaga will be free to plan a homecoming. Hello and welcome to my playthrough of the Sons of Kaga, where I will be leading them on their homecoming back to capture Arroyo, but the focus of this episode will be conquering my 4 neighboring countries around me here. So let's get started with some basics. I have 1 national spirit, lessons learnt, minus 5% HP to all my units, but they do get plus 5% attack, and all my new army leaders will start with plus 1 to their attack skill. For decisions, nothing major except for here. We have 4 Arroyo, so once we get there we'll be able to take this and get some nice extra technology and stability. I do not have enough factories, civilian factories, to start a intelligence agency, so we're not going to be worried about that. As for research, I'm going to start off with warrior training, so I can just train my guys 5% faster. Then, because my manpower is less than 1,000, I'm going to stick with my personal golden rule and get agriculture for an extra 250 manpower, and my last slot will be used on getting Ohm's law. Now, with war breaking out quite quickly, some of you might want to do combat language and then reference manual for the extra decryption against your enemies, but I think it's safe to go for Ohm's law. And then let's just have a look at their tech levels. First of all, starting as a tribal nation, so I will be taking advantage of this tech tree here. Otherwise, we are intermediate in most of our stuff, including power armor, but nothing right now on our industry. And because aircraft, as far as I know, is going to stay basic, I won't be using that. Now, for construction, not a hell of a lot to start off with. We have 1 civilian factory which is used for consumer goods. I'm going to start building 1 each in my 2 remaining states. And then for production, we start with 2 military factories. I'm going to first cancel basic melee and the tribal scout kit, and I'm going to start producing pipe guns and then strip power armor, and I'm going to line up riot control gear. So as soon as I get a factory, we can start producing that. Template wise, what do we have? We start with 4 templates. The power armor known as the Blessed Sons, 10 width, no support companies. Very much the same for the Sons of Kaga template, 10 width enforcer, again no support companies. This will also be my garrison template, so I'm going to get rid of the light special forces and the militia, and I'm going to start training 2 units of my power armor, which I'm going to set up there. Then as for starting military, I'll start with 1 power armor and 4 enforcers. This is actually enough for winning all these wars, since most of their templates of the AI sucks. One thing I'm not going to do, as you would have seen now by recruiting power armor, the AI likes to recruit militia, which are the weakest, and frankly the AI is just trying to make up numbers. I'm not going to be doing that. And this unit of the Necrophilian Squadron will be led by my own unit leader, Kaga. Pretty weak on the attack and most of his stats, but we'll increase that and make him a commanding officer as it goes along. Then national focus. We start off with down on our luck. The wasteland can be hard on those unready to survive its trials, and we're going to get the event, the Unchosen One. The Unchosen One. Arroyo's Chosen One was not the first to be elected to save their tribe and become their elder. There was another more fiery and ferocious candidate that was also trained from birth to take the title of Chosen One. However, the village chose to ignorantly cast him out, and with incredible pain he accepted their terms. His departure also meant the exodus of hundreds of brave men and women who would follow his thread of the philosophy. These great warriors helped form the Sons of Kaga that would soon rule a swath of land in the Nevadan Gauntlet. His trials was a long and arduous one. Along the way he fought many trials. Having gained his signature colossal steel armor and power fist through combat, he was truly unmatched on the battlefield. Now he must look ahead to the future struggles that could threaten the existence of his fledgling nation and sever his foretold prophecy. So we can either choose now, chosen not we will prevail, which will give me plus 5% war support, or we must not harbor grudges, which would give me plus 5% base stability. Now my stability is at 67, my war support is at 35, so I want to boost my war support, so I'm going to go with that one. Now something I have picked up on starting is the units you start with are severely undermanned, so need about 86 weapons and 12 units of power armor and 75 pieces of enforcer armor to re-equip even my current troops. In addition, they were all level 5, but they dropped down to level 2, so I've had to start do some training to get them up to level 3 and have them fully trained, ready for war against the 215th. So that's something to look out for. Then next focus will be rumors of the old world, whispers of a place, whispers of a treasure, and we get the event New World Symphony. A New World Symphony. The fight for power in Nevada is on the brink of spilling into all-out war. We must find our place in this conflict lest we fall to the soulless tribes that surround us. Kaga first chose this place for its isolation from any evil and its similarity to his homeland, Arroyo. But over time, more and more forces moved into the region, quickly becoming a gauntlet that would soon unpredictably rage with border conflicts and diplomatic nightmares. Ultimately, Kaga must overcome this trial like he has any other, but will the pressure of outside forces cause his fury to crumble into agony? So we can have the outsiders know nothing of our past struggles. We can forgive their ignorance, which will give you 250 units of common energy weaponry. Or we can go for Kaga will not falter or fail, which will give me 350 manpower. Now I have a little bit of manpower to spare, and in a few days I'll be getting 250 more. And since I am still low on infantry equipment, I'm going to go for common energy weaponry because this is 2 levels higher than what I'm currently producing. So that is my choice. And then next we have the Treasures of TV Town. The secret of Channel 4 of Carousel, it will be ours. And we get the event Echoes from TV Town. Okay, what echoes do we have from TV Town? Every day on every radio and television in the country, only one channel would be active. The only show would be on 24/7, Carousel. Carousel is a strange show, showing the lives of strange machine people as they go about their fake days, attempting to recreate the authenticity of human life. It wasn't a very good illusion. Very often the sorcery would fall apart and needed to be repaired. Still, the sight of this mechanical beast gave Kaga a raging curiosity. What sort of evil demon could possibly have created such a mockery of human life? And then we can either prepare for this devilry, which will increase my production efficiency by 10%, or fortify our borders with this menace, which will give me plus 5% to construction. Now currently I am constructing absolutely nothing because my one factory is going towards my consumer goods. And also normally you would start production off with a full production efficiency gap here, but I've had to start from scratch. So having it go up 10% faster is much more attractive to me, so I'm going to go for that. Then we can either, we now need to complete these 5 focuses before we can get our war goal against the 215th. But they actually should do their war goal against me sooner than that. So we have a choice of getting some resources, some civilian workshops, some more population and building slots, arms workshops, and army experience. This is the most attractive to me, derelict raider gear. Some raiders long ago used to prowl this place. No reason we can't take their weapons they left behind. And I'm going to get 2 very important arms workshops in 30 days. Okay, so the followers of the apocalypse have already arrived because I'm so close to the NCR. You have 2 options. Either let them in. This will boost your monthly population and your stability. But being an Enclave light, if you want to call it that, I believe it'll be better for me to kick them out. This will lower my stability but increase my war support. So we're going to go that way. So let's just do the decisions to take them out. I will not placate them because I don't want to lose any political power gain or anything else. I won't be diverting any supplies either. So instead I'm going to first of all seize a fort so I can get an additional outpost and civilian workshop. And then when I have another 48 manpower, I'm going to raid their supplies so I can get a boost in my medical technology research. And we found a major Glock stockpile. Now this is one of the events that happens very often during this wheel war here to give Sons of Kaga a nice little boost. It says here, whoa, it looks like there's at least 100 guns in the stockpile. This looks like it could last us a good while. Now we could either go for use these guns for our big battles, which will give me plus 20% division speed, plus 20% attack and defense, and 20% breakthrough for a full year. Or we can go for let's study these weapons so that we can make more, and we'll get 50% research bonuses. Now I know this looks very attractive here, but the focus tree will give me other research bonuses as I go along. And to win this wheel war here, this boost to speed, attack, defense, and breakthrough is a lot more important. So I advise always taking this option here. Then I've got my 250 manpower, so that's taking me back up there. So now I want to get industrial planning, just so I can raise the base of my efficiency just a little bit more as it grows. Then for my next focus, I'm going to go for hacking terminals. So there was an old production network here long ago. By hacking into some terminals, we can try to reboot it, configure the old factories to make the tools we need. So old Bishop's going to get 2 civilian workshops. Now the previous focus gave me 2 arms workshops. So one's automatically going to go on riot control gear, and the other one, believe it or not, I'm going to put onto power armor because I'm actually in the green from taking that previous event for weapons. So now I'm just adding some more. And something I can also do now that I have 35 command power is dish up some traits to Kaga here. So I'm going to take Pain Train for the special forces, and then I'm going to take Nerd Rage to increase my enforcers attacks, attack and defense. Now some of you might be tempted to boost him already to a commanding officer. I really advise against doing that, because then for 100 days his stats will be half. So even as little as they are, it'll be half that effectiveness, and it'll be halved again because whatever he has here, only half that is transferred down to your unit leader. So leave him as a unit leader just up until we finish this war against the 215s, because if we fail this, then we fail very early and very quickly. Well, this is a stroke of some good luck. I've got stonks, so that's an extra 60,000 bottle caps going into the bank, which I can use either to buy some weapons, but I'm actually going to save it up because I want to take military signing bonus so I can just get more manpower more quickly. So warrior training is finished. Now it is quite tempting to either get some militia training or basic weaponry. That's going to take a hell of a long time, and also I don't want to yet get started on the tribal tree. Instead, what I want to go for is actually to unlock my bicycles, so when I can use them for my supply, they'll already be available. I won't be doing any kind of mechanized. These will purely be used for supplying my troops, because we are going to have to fight our way all the way across here into Arroyo, so my supply lines are going to become quite stretched at some point. Ohm's law is finished, so now I'm going to carry on what I normally do of snaking around and carry on with combat language. Hacking terminals is done, so hopefully I'll actually be able to start constructing something. Now I am short on some scrap metal, so next one is going to be scavenging the old bot shops. Before the Great War, consumers would go into these little stations to repair and purchase their own little personal machines. Now a lot of them don't even function. No reason why we can't strip a few of the metals they're stored underneath them. So old bishop's going to get extra 6 scrap metal, which is going to come in quite handy. So it's time to spend my first 100 political power. Now you may be thinking with the wars coming up I was going to go for military staff, but in fact no, I'm going to go down to cultural here and get the midwife of the tribe, because this is going to give me plus 15% population and an extra 5% stability. So that's 100 political power well spent. I have started off my scavenging program. I won't be using it early on, but again, just like my scrap bicycles, I want to have it ready when I do decide to use it. And the followers were rejected. Now, it's incorrect what I said earlier. My population isn't affected. My mobilization speed is going to go up by 50%. My stability is going down by -5, so I'm really glad I got that midwife right now, because that cancelled it out. My war support is going to go up by a massive 10% though. Unfortunately, -5% to my research speed. Scavenging the old bot shops is done. That's given me some nice extra resources. Next, I'm going for blowing up debris. This will give me 2 more building slots and change my state population by 800. Lots of junk here. Let's make some space. Industry planning is finished. I'm going to go 1 up now and get tool procurement. So my efficiency cap will go up by 5%, and my efficiency growth is going to increase by 2%. Now, as promised, the 215th are starting to justify against me via their focus tree. Thankfully, my troops are all trained up and ready to go for the war that is coming quite quickly. Combat language is done. I'm going to go for some decryption now. It won't be done by the time I go to war. It'll probably finish a few days after that, but it'll still be able to have an effect. Scrap bicycles is finished researching. Now again, I'm going to stay away from travel and also advancing ahead in my infantry. Instead, I am going to be going for my fighting weapons. I already have anti-tank rifles. I'm doing this first because it has a slightly higher production cost than dynamite. So if I can get those in production before dynamite, it'll actually pay off in the long run. So blowing up some debris is finished. Now next one I'm going to go for is field tactics. We found an old magazine. Let's try to put the tactics in it to use. So plus 50 command power and 100 political power. So we're going to get that done. You'll notice here that the justification is gone because they finished their focus. Now, because the game no longer pauses when someone declares war on you, what I advise, since I know they're going to be attacking, is I'm actually going to activate my troops. They won't do anything because we're not at war, but as you'll see quite quickly, they have instantly gone to war against me, and thankfully I won't lose any time in attacking back. Let's just close these, call up, and let's watch the magic at work. I have been able to produce enough equipment so that my troops are fully equipped, and with that boost to their attack and breakthrough, they are going to be making hopefully short work of the 215th. And there's my reference manual, so they just got a little bit better, being able to decrypt, and I'm going to get some encryption so they can't have an intel advantage over me. This is going quite smoothly. Do want to have a look out. These guys should be retreating that way, but I do want to try and take Golden Point. Yes, I thought that might happen. The attack probably going to fail, but the rest of them are going quite strong. Even though I'll just keep those two units tied up, which will be quite useful as well. Already pushing quite nicely. Very little chance for getting any encirclements because the front line is quite small. So it's all about keeping up constant pressure. Their field tactics is done. I'm now going to do planning our attack. Looks like there are still some other groups in this valley as well. We will need to plan out a strategy to face them. Plus 10 army experience. Going to need it later. Now I have 196 political power. What I'm going to do is change, not my trade law, my economy law, from wasteland economy up to well-equipped army. So now my construction speed is actually going to, for my military and arms factories, is actually going to go up by 30%. Don't really care much about the income. That's much more important. Also, don't really worry about the resistance because we will call these quite quickly. There's my scavenging program finished. Going to turn all these off except for power armor. I always find I have the best results scavenging when I send them out in power armor. If I don't have that available, I'll use vehicles, but I rarely ever send them out in just on their own. Secret language is done, so is tool procurement. Let's take care of my OCD and make sure I do the right thing now. Okay, I should be constructing stuff now, so let me do construction basics. Get my construction speed up, and then snake around and get smoke signals. And if I can tie these three up here, it'll do quite nicely to take deep springs, which will end things nice and quick. Oh, Maya has gone for Vault City. If I remember correctly, that means they should go stay independent, not join the NCR. That's perfect for me. We can see now the Rogue Rangers and the Guardians here are going to war as well. We will have to face either victors or both of them. We'll see how slow their war goes. I won't be in a massive hurry to take them on, I must say. Come 91. These ones just even if they lose, just keep them busy. My power armor had to fall back. I really need to look at doing something to up their organization. Okay, come on guys. Okay, planning our attack is done. I'm now going to do cap stash. Without a true banking system in the wasteland, many are forced to leave their caps in random little stashes across the wasteland. We were lucky to find a few on our last patrol, plus 50,000 bottle caps. There we go, come on. Just keeping them busy, but I do want them to carry on pushing. What actually is their organization? Let's have a look here. Okay, 70 for power armor, that's pretty damn good. 50 for enforcers. That's actually very nice. Now, song from the front. I want... Can never go... My war support is at 66 because I'm fighting defensively. I think I'm going to take the political power, because then I can get something more for my population. Where is it now? Or I can get that back up there. No, let's get tribal elder first. More political power, more mobilization, and more critical population. That's always good. I just need these guys to break. Okay, so Fusang has gone. NCL1 there. That means no granite company, unfortunately. Although it's probably quite good, because I do think that the focus trees get a bit mixed up when it comes to who they're fighting. Come, there's one unit there. Let's get in there and take them out. Because almost had freaking deep springs there. As a join in the attack. Keep it up, grind them down. Okay, cap stash is done. I am not going to do Marianne's End here, even though I fit all the requirements, because I'm already at war with them. Instead, I'd much rather bank up the political power, because now I get 2.1 per day instead of 1.1. And this war's almost there. Got it. Okay, fine. Oh, they had rocket launchers, the naughty guys. Okay. Take that out. Select everything. Submit demands. And that's the first part finished. So let me pop my troops here. And they can start planning to go in this direction. Now I have some military factories, so I'm going to pop them on power armor, because that's what I'm currently recruiting. And then I can now bypass that and start the next one of establishing our foothold. With our recent victory, we can expand out from our bunker and solidify our presence in the valley. This is going to remove the major Glock stockpile that we had, but it was also going to core all the owned states of the 215th in 30 days. Got my makeshift saws. Now I'm going to get my dynamite as well. Not going to start production of them yet. Actually, I need to take a factory down here. Construction basics is finished now. Even though I should be getting a lot more manpower from coring 215 soon, I do want to go after seed selection just so I can get an extra 500 manpower this time. So establishing our foothold is finished. I next want to do supply runs. Hop in, we're grabbing guns. This is going to give me 2 arms workshops in Golden Point, and the Golden Point state population is going to go up by 1,200. Now something I also want to do is now I want to promote Kaga to a commanding officer, so I have some time now. So it's going to cost me 40 command power. See, recently promoted for 100 days. They will temporarily lose their skill level while he's adjusting for his new responsibilities. Let me take him there. which means I need a new unit leader. Now, luckily enough, I was able to get one, what you call it now, one citation. So I am going to give him Order of the Sword, it's division attack. It's going to cost me 30 political power, and then I'm going to promote Doubleday here. That's 3.5 command power, and put him in charge of the Necrophilian Squadron. And he gets how many traits? Just the one. I've got more enforcers than anything else, so let me get Nerd Rage. Is that the right one? Yes. Attack and speed for my enforcers increased. Now, I have had a think. I'm going to delete this line and make it a army group order instead. Still just going there, but then I'm going to take 3 of these units off, and under Doubleday here, take 3 of these units off and create another line on this side, and also send them, actually put it just on a breakthrough here for Outpost Mesa. So that should cover things up, and then when I get any additional units, I'll actually put them on army group order, because there are 3 tiles each, so I can actually have 1 on each tile, and that will hopefully be enough for me to take out both the Guardians and the Rogue Rangers. Smoke signals is done, so now let me get some more decryption for my upcoming war against the Rogue Rangers and the Guardians. Supply runs is done. Now before I go on to that, we have the War Bus event. This is basically another version of the Glocks we got earlier. The War Bus, it has been called a pre-war vehicle our scavengers have been using. They, when decked out in armor and filled with powerful fuels, it can deliver, so ready to deliver a punch. So War Bus will bring us to battle. Now instead of getting 20% boost, I'm now going to get an 8% boost for speed, attack, defense and breakthrough for a year, or I can get 15 army experience. Again, there's no real need to change my templates now, and this boost is going to be very useful to give me that edge. So I'm going to go for bring the War Bus into battle. Then supply runs gave me 2 arms workshops and a boost to the population in Broken Lodge. Now I'm going to go for training vagabonds. With enough work and a few lessons, even the homeless can be put to use. So now Golden Point is going to get 2 civilian workshops and also a 1,200 increase in their state population. Just for those that are unclear, that is not going to give me 1,200 extra manpower for my army, but that will form the base of what my recruitable population will be. I did pick up 3 arms factories from coring the 215, and I added them onto my power armor here. That has unfortunately put me in the red on resources. So in literally a day, I am going to be hiring the good-natured chap here for the extra 5% resource gain efficiency, which will hopefully get rid of that. Decode signals is finished, and now it's time to get some more encoded signals to up my encryption. Unfortunately, the extra 2 factories I got from supply runs has now put me -6 on scrap metal, so I'm going to have to try something else to get this resource problem sorted out without trading away any of my factories. That's training vagabonds finished. Now I could get my war goal against Rogue Rangers and the Guardians now, but I feel it would be a bit rude to interrupt them while they're fighting. Plus I really want that 6th unit to cover up this blank tile over here. So instead, while I wait, I am going to grow some crops. Amanda's Guide to Cultivation. In this chapter I'm going to talk about how to grow crops on your land. First is the plant itself. This is one of the easiest types of plant to cultivate, as you only need to give it a little water and some sunlight. It's also easy to grow flowers on top of it. The plant is zanderroot. It's basically a kind of root vegetable as far as I know, unlike I can't pronounce this word for some reason. Banana yucca. I forgot how to say banana there for a moment. Which require lots of care. Zanderroot can grow without any special maintenance. So, 3 building slots in Old Bishop and extra 2,000 to the state population. Dynamite is finished being researched. Now the next quickest one for me to do, and the most useful, is to start on my tribal tree here. Starting off with Organized Military Society. I'm going to make less caps, but then I'm going to actually have a lot less expenses, and my passive income does go up by 6. And let me just pop this ready for production along with my caravans, unless I do decide to get support equipment or something else. This is pretty much going to be my production line for the rest of the game, I think. Some more manpower, great. That is taking me to just under 1,000 spare. I now want to, I was thinking about getting the next construction and then work camps for more resources, but there's a quick one here. It just gives me another 5% boost, but it's only 51 days, and right now every little bit helps. And literally a day later, encoder's signals is finished, so let me get resistors for some more research speed. Then I have finally Kara's blessed sons have been recruited, so let me add them on here to the necrophilian detachment. And I just, luckily it did, but I want to make sure it went here so I can cover up these tiles. Let me start training them as well to get their skill level up. Now I am going to continue doing these 3 before I get my war goal, just to make sure that these guys here bleed off as much manpower and equipment while they're fighting each other, to make my job just a little bit easier. There we go. Growing crops is done. Next time it'll be next is going to be rural medicines. New American Medical Journal number 43, excerpt from Surviving in the Wilderness. The next day we went out again and explored the upper reaches of the valley, where we saw many wild animals. Thankfully I knew what to look for in order to keep the wounds I have taken from growing infected. I used a local flower, red leaves with spiked thorn, and crushed it before applying to the wound itself. I could feel the pain begin to recede as I was able to fight off the infection in the gash. We made camp in a small creek near a small cave. Sounds a bit like New Vegas, both of these over here, especially the Zanderroot, and this sounds like where do you go off to Zion? I forget that DLC's name. Okay, but Old Bishop's another 2 building slots, and now 3,000 added to their state population, so that means by the time this is done, it's going to be increased by 5,000 in total. That's another 100 political power stored up. So my next advisor is actually going to be the Thunder War Chief. More speed is good, but also extra 7.5% breakthrough will do very nicely. Rural medicines is finished. Now let me get this last one here before I move on with the Esmeralda cigars. Esmeralda cigars, an all-natural blend of natural and artificial tobacco. Don't know how you can have both in one. With a strong fruity aroma. It's available in 3 different sizes, but the largest is the size that you will smoke. It is one of Esmeralda's only exports, but remnants of a few lone supply crates full with these cigars still are abound in this part of the wasteland. So 1 last building slot, 4,000 increased to my state population. That's a total of, how much is it now? 9,000, and a 25% boost to industry technology research. And that'll be the last one for this tree, and then I think I will get my war goal to take these guys out. Resource production's finished. I do feel the need that I need to go the long route for the big boost. So first of all woodworking, and then I'll go into work camps. That's just going to be 10% more construction speed and 10% more to my factory repair speed. And that's Esmeralda Cigars finished. Manpower is now just over 1,000, which is lovely. And I'm going to go striking the north. The north is my road to Arroyo. Kaga will cover with a layer of blood and carnage. And I'm going to get a claim and a war goal on both the Guardians and the Rogue Rangers. And since my manpower is looking so great, even though I don't have extra enforcer armor right now, I'm going to start recruiting my enforcer template as well, just to boost my army up as fast as I can. Organized military society is finished. Now I'm going to stick with the tribal tree here, and I'm going to get the anti-tank rifle mastery. It's going to give me an extra 25% piercing to every single weapon type that I have. Alright, striking north is finished. I'm going to go for let's go for the Glock stockpile. The weapons are better. Guston Glock's finest right here in Esmeralda. Buy it now. 499.99 new Glock 15 number auto pistol. Okay, a whole bunch of guns. Awesome. 150 units of American common weaponry is going to be added to my national stockpile, which is better than what I have now. Resistors also finished, so let me get vacuum tubes for more research speed. Now, originally I was planning on going against the Guardians first because they are the more powerful. However, since I've completed the previous focus, they've both pulled men off their front line, and that means Rogue Rangers have made a push. So I'm actually going to prioritize going against the Rogue Rangers first. I'm not sure if I will be able to declare war on both at the same time. So I want to prioritize them first before they get any victory points. Okay, I can declare war, so I'm actually going to go to war with both of them at the same time. Activate Kaga as well. And now let's see how this goes. Alright, so I do outnumber them. If I'm lucky, now you take there and you come. Okay, yes, he's gonna. Let me keep them pinned. I can encircle their power armor. They'll be. No, actually, maybe that might be a bad idea. Let's just let them just move normally. But I do want to try and circle them over there. You guys go straight into outpost Mesa over there. Brilliant. Okay, so they're defending there. Where are you going? There. You keep them bottled up there. Thank you very much.
Incoming!
This is going okay so far. Oh, more political power. Let's get rid of this first. And I want to grab some more organization and less supply with the frontline runner over there.
You're no match for us.
Okay. So I'm going to do some victory point sniping here against Rogue Rangers while I can. I would have liked to have done this with 8 units just to have the 1 extra. But can't have everything that we want. If I can take these guys out, that would be brilliant. Okay, so you are there.
Sir?
You head in there as you planned, but then go towards Benton. Now, I don't want both of you. Just the one. You stay right there. Focus on him. See, that's what I would like to have 8 rather than 6. But it is what it is.
Come on!
Oh, we've got... I'm going to trait you, so I'm going to put on Pain Train. Not sure if it'll... because my power armor is under the arm group order, if it'll affect him or not, but I'm going to do it anyways. And power armor to scavengers. Yes, why not? Bring me back something nice like Gauge rifles.
I've got this one.
I do love my Gauze rifles. Okay. Looks like I might be able to take out the Rogue Rangers fairly quickly. No, they haven't capitulated yet because of that. So, let's do... this is going to be annoying. Okay, you three. Oh, it's because of Silver Peak over there. No, I don't want you to go there. Okay, I'm going to have to make this line a lot closer to home. Let's try. No. They keep on. Oh, that's why. The whole time I didn't have the right unit selected.
Come on.
There. Okay. Now you three. Let's do this again. Thank you. I should have noticed the color earlier, but I didn't. Can't believe it. I wish they'd finish these guys off a bit faster.
Come on.
And I don't want to. You must hold that point there. I don't want them to cut these guys off. So I might actually have to attack there just to keep them off the line. Okay. Now force them back, force them back. Okay, cool. Rogue Rangers is taken care of. So let me take that. Submit. Take that. Right. They're gonna fight me for it first, and I don't have enough. Let's take you off. They still want to fight me. Okay, I got that one at least. Let's see if I can take Outpost Mesa as well. And let me try Brenton last. Okay, so I've got all that, so now I can do a full and push. Oh, I think my lives might get reset. No, they didn't. Okay, brilliant. Let's do it right this time. Select the right unit. Those three there. Pop them there. And I need you guys to go against there. Okay, and quickly, if you don't mind.
Take this.
These guys are holding out. Who's this now? Vipers. These Pyron guys are holding up quite strongly. Okay, Glock stockpiles done, so there's a whole bunch of weapons. Next, junk rounds. The boys began work making some junk rounds to put into their guns. We were going to need more ammo if we had an extra day of work. The boys worked in silence, each taking turns with his weapon, diluting gunpowder and other regular amenities with stranger supplements such as sawdust. It's not like anyone would notice, right? So 300 units of American basic weaponry is going to be added to my stockpile. Okay, these guys are pushing nice and quick. That's exactly what I want them to do. And if I can push these guys off there, that will be even better. These guys need to die very, very quickly because my line here is very weak. Thankfully, the one unit they have there is there, but they could easily encircle my guys there. Oh,
Sir.
exactly when I need them. Okay, that's my blessed sons. I don't care where they go as long as they get in the fight. Let me actually change their name before I forget. They're just going to be the blessed sons. There we go.
I've got this one.
Okay, brilliant. Actually, they're actually going to the armor group order line. That is actually very good. I should have actually seen it earlier and had them take on Garden Citadel to end this war quickly. but it didn't work out. I'm not going to do anything crazy like go aggressive or anything here, because frankly I don't have the manpower or the equipment to waste. I've got them nicely bottled up, and if they can just, yes, exactly. Okay, so they're all going to push in there. You keep these guys busy. Is there one tile or two here? I'm not sure, but they're doing some good work. Okay, junk rounds is done. Last focus for now will be the man company stockpile. Okay, now this is a gun. I was talking about the minigun over here. 75 units of advanced weaponry, brilliant. And here's the first of my research bonuses for infantry technology. Let's finish this war off. You keep on holding them. It is a pity that my 2 power arm units are holding them, but so be it. This could work quite nicely if they could just take them out. There we go. There's 1 helmet pop off. 3 units left. These guys are, must be very low. Yes, they are. Who do we get? Chop Shop Loan Default. We are patient. No, I don't need money right now, so forgiveness for an ally. Let's see if they can actually pay me back. Woodworking's done. Fantastic. Now let me use that research bonus I got on work camps. This is what I'm after here. 12% more resource gain efficiency. Although I'll get a focus to core all this area when I'm done, and that should also help sort out my resource problems. Luckily for this area, where's supply, terrain, resources. This area is, okay, it doesn't look the best because I haven't captured it, but this area is actually pretty rich in resources as well. So let me take everything on the Guardians, confirm and exit. There we go. So that's 3 neighbors taken care of. Only 1 left. Now who's got the highest attack power? It is Doubleday over here. So he put them there with the order into TV Town, and let's train a bit. Brilliant. There we go. The man company stockpile is done. Now immediately I'm going to do expanding our foothold. With the hole this deep in the Esmeralda Valley, few will be able to challenge our claim here. So that war buff we had will be taken away, but I'm going to instantly call all of the Guardian and the Rogue Rage's land in 30 days. Already just taking the land has already taken away that resource problem I was having. Okay, MacArthur took out the storm mongers, but that's not what I'm here about. I'm here because I have more political power to spend, and I am going to get the Keeper of the Ritual. What I'm after here is the experienced Soldier Lodges minus 20%. That is the same effectiveness as level 2 of my Stimpaks. The first one gives you 15%, second one gives you an extra 5. So that's basically level 2 chems for free. Alright, anti-tank rifle mastery is done. Now, as much as I do want the anti-aircraft projector for some more air attacks, since I won't be having an army to protect my troops, I want to instead use this research bonus on getting some better weapons. So basic weaponry it shall be. I still haven't decided if I'm going to go ballistic or energy for this run, but right now I am leaning towards energy weapons. There we go, expanding our foothold is done, so that means these areas are all now cored. So that's going to boost my resources, my manpower, my factories, my everything. Now there are a whole bunch of options to choose from here, but as promised in this episode, we're going to take out my 4 neighbors. So I'm going to do following the signal next. Today on Carousel, watch as a band of marauders lay siege to our once peaceful little town. Will 40011 be able to survive the onslaught? Let's find out. The radios and televisions blurted out on repeat. Strange little info commercials that seem to go no longer by speaking of the past but of the present. Before the show, Carousel was thought to be just a curiosity. Now it means something a bit more. We need to get to the bottom of this. Travel to this TV town where it is being processed and try to put an end to the strange threat. And it's going to be McClaim and Wargar on TV Town's core territories. So it's time to follow the signal to TV Town. Now, while we're doing that, I'm going to do the legacy of the Whammadingo. Okay, it seems a horde of Whammadingos was responsible for wiping out the raiders that used to live here. If you remember what these creatures even looked like in life, but their bones are still terrifying enough to inspire fear in most men. This is going to be 7.5% war support. I'm going this because my war support is the lowest of these factors. My other options was getting more manpower, which I'm okay for now at 1,000. Free political power is always useful, but don't need it now. Or more stability, but that is above 67%. So I'll keep that as it is. Now, I did get a trade node when I took out the Citadel. So I'm going to begin a route from New Canaan. Now, what is the best one here? Yes, New Canaan. 59, create route. That's going to give me some more money, which I'll probably just spend on manpower and compliance. But now let's go and declare war on TV Town. Send these guys into the attack. Now I have started producing, once I called that, all of these units, equipment over here, the anti-tank rifles, the automatic weapons, and the dynamite. I will be adding them into my template in the next episode. But for now, let's get this war underway. I do have one blank tile here, but it shouldn't be a problem. As you can see, it is almost already done. TV Town taken, and that's everything taken care of. Just wait for the date to clip over. It hasn't, so let me just reposition my troops. I think I want to put them here against the Yakuza over there. They can start planning. And go back to training. There we are. And there the war's finished. So let's take all of that. And everything is done. And with that, I'm going to end this episode off. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Year, 8 months. Could have done it a little bit quicker, but I like the way I did it in under 2 years. All my neighbors taken out, and now I can start my push towards going through Nevada back to Arroyo. If you'd like to follow this playthrough, please consider subscribing. But if not, or either way, I hope you have a great time, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.